Now, when is a pro wrestler, you coming up as a pro wrestler, how does a pro wrestler say, hey, they're going to get paid?
All right, this is how you get paid. All right. Number one, you have to learn the merch game. Right?
The merch game.
The merch game. I first understood the merch game when I was in college, watching Tech Nine travel to all these college towns. Right? And I mean, them people knew every word to his songs. Right?
He's really an underground legend.
Oh, he is. And he said something that stuck with me. He said, his booking fee was nice, but you should check out this money we made on the merch. And then I started seeing his logo everywhere.
You know what? I never knew his face.
I know what it looks like.
I didn't know what his face looked like, but I always heard the name and the music, but I never knew. I went to research so I could see his face.
I can't give you his info, but my older brother, Andre Mulligan, Kansas City, and Marcus Wright, they actually grew up with Tech Nine, and they know him personally, and they know his face and his name, and I cannot divulge those details right now. And back on subject. Okay. As far as making money in wrestling.
And you watching this. Okay.
Right. So how you make the money is, number one, you have to have something to sell. Right. So as far as merch is concerned, everybody thinks t-shirts, but you can have t-shirts, stickers, glasses, ties. I sell bats because I'm Bruce Wayans.
Final Boss.
Final Boss has nothing to do with Batman. I carry a bat, man.
I like that. Okay.
And I sell the bats to the children, the foam ones, the ones they can't hurt themselves with. Mm-hmm. And, but I also present, the character that you want to support. Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right? It's the same deal. So, with my character isn't a character. It's just me. Mm. Right? They say in wrestling, you have to turn yourself up to 10. I turn myself down to 10 for everybody's safety, and then I wrestle, right? But with the promoters, man, you have to reach out to the promoter, let them know that you're going to be in town, and then let them see you, let them watch you perform, and then let them know how much you charge to come out. Mm-hmm. Typically, you want to have them cover your travel, and also get a booking fee when you get there. But a lot of the times what ends up happening is they don't know you. So
they don't know if you're going to show up.
They don't know if you're going to show up. They don't know if you're any good. They don't know if you just sent them your one good match. So because they don't know you, because they've been burned 100 times before, they understand that what they need to do is get you out there and watch you live. Then when they know what they have, now they'll pay you what you're worth. And a lot of times you have to go prove yourself. So what ends up happening, you have to pay for it yourself. Hotel, car, flight, you out of pocket. And for them first couple of years, at the end of the show, here's $20. Here's $50. And man, I spent
and on food.
I spent $1,500 to get here, brother.
Yeah.
But thank you. And then the next time you come, they'll split the travel with you. Then now you're doing great. Now they'll fly you out. Now we're going to fly you out, have a place for you to stay, and you get paid. And our fans love you. So now you're going to sell merch while you're here.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Right? It's just a grind.
So it's really like entrepreneurship.
It's exactly like entrepreneurship. What it is it's simply however much I put into myself is how much I will see. And it's up to me. It's up to me on how hard I want to work at making Bruce the most popular wrestler in Colorado. Check.
Yep.
All right. How about the most popular wrestler in the region, right? In the Four Corners. How about the most popular wrestler Hawaii's ever seen? I know a guy lives in Hawaii, has a house in Hawaii, maybe something like that. I'm going to call him. His name's Prince Dykes. He's gorgeous. He's got a gold paisley tie right now.
I gotta go.
Not to be concerned with my bat paisley tie that I got for Christmas a couple years ago. Yeah, worldwide is what I'm going for. I remember at the height of Mike Tyson's career, somebody asked him, Mike, how's it feel to be popular? And he said, there's 2 billion people in China never heard of me. Oh, but they're going to hear about the Final Boss.
So what's your plan to become international?
Oh,
because I heard Japan is real big on wrestling.
Japan is big on wrestling. Canada is big on wrestling. China, and then Europe has a huge underground wrestling scene, and then Australia even, not to mention Puerto Rico and South Africa.
Wow!
So my international takeover is going to begin. Oh, I don't know where it's going to begin. I was going to say Mexico. I was going to say
I guess
Canada.
I would start with hitting up promoters, right?
Right. So, what it is what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to other wrestlers that I know that I've met on the road that are in these different regions, territories, right? I'm gonna get a hold of them. I'm gonna let them know, hey, these are my dates. I can be in town. Here's my footage. Let your promoter know I want to be there. In most cases, I'll let the promoter know, yeah, you can have that first one. After that, this is my booking fee. This is how much it cost me to come there on that first trip. So if you'd like me to come again, let's talk now so we can get a cheaper flight so I can be there. Get me there a day early so I can help promote your show. And we just continually to work together. But that initial shake, man, you have to reach out and be willing for people to slap your hand away and not get mad because they don't know you.
Yeah.
But when the time comes and they do reach out and you give them that firm man handshake, they know what they got in their hands right now. If they're smart, they're going to bring you back because the name of this game isn't wins and losses. This is not a competition-based sport. It is a performance-based sport.
Okay.
The best performance wins. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. The best performance wins. Had I broken my hand in this ladder match, I would still win because everybody at Buckley Air Force Base remembers the boss. They know what the other guys look like, but the name that they remember is the final boss.
Yeah. What makes promoter want to? I want to pick this wrestler. Is it performance? Is it relationships? Is it a little bit of both? Or
every promoter is different. Some promoters they like a look. You know, they're looking for a surfer. They want long hair, no shirt, tight pants, right? Some promoters, they want diversity. We know what that means, right? It's a code word, right? Yeah, code word. Oh, we have a very diverse roster here. Like, oh, okay. I'll feel welcome there.
Okay.
I got you, right? Other guys, they're looking for young talent. Other guys are looking for people to help elevate their young talent. Oh, what's that noise? I don't hear anything. Anyway, but most importantly, what every promoter is looking for, they are looking for something that they don't currently have on their show. Right? So if you're a Viking and the other show has a Viking, yeah, looking at you, Hunter, and the other show has a Viking, well then you're probably not going to get booked on that show because they already have you. And where I am unique is I don't care where I go. There ain't no other me.
Now, how'd you come up with the final boss?
Man, let's talk about it. Shout out to Alex Slack.
No, well, before I get into the final boss, like you said, you hurt your hand. How do you get coverage? The insurance, you hurt yourself on a show. Who takes care of that?
Medicaid. Let me tell y'all something about professional wrestling, okay? When you go to a football game, you see an ambulance.
Yeah.
Right? An EMT standing next to the ambulance, eating hot dogs. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But if something does happen, you're gonna get carted off into the ambulance, back in the ambulance to the hospital. Team will take care of you. Ain't no team in wrestling. Okay? So the rules in wrestling are simple. If I hurt you, I'll take you to the hospital. That's about it. I've been to one show at OVW, had a doctor.
Wow.
I've seen EMTs this past show at Buckley Air Force Base.
Yeah.
That was the first time we seen.
Oh, you never seen that?
Not at a wrestling show. Because
if you get hurt, I mean,
yeah, even though you're putting your life on the line every time you take a body slam wrestling, man, let me tell you something. the wrestling business doesn't love us as much as we love it, because we're out there risking it, and we're risking it at the cost of, if something happens to me, I'm not going to be able to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to be able to get up tomorrow. I'm going to need help tomorrow. And I know that every night as I go out to the curtain. But I also understand that if I protect myself, I should get through it safely, right? And I won't need, my next medical coverage. But make no bones about it, man. I seen a guy get his collarbone broke, bone sticking out through the skin right there. And number one, he finished the match. Crazy. And number two, turns out my man didn't have any insurance. He didn't have Medicaid. He didn't have nothing. So he had to go pay out of pocket. Wow. Coincidentally, not wrestling anymore, just working, probably trying to pay those medical bills. This business is something, whereas in the ladder match, they said, hey, man, we want to see something crazy tonight. I said, yeah, you do.
Yeah, everybody wants to see
Yeah, because it ain't you out there.
Exactly.
It ain't you out there getting tossed off that ladder. Yeah, you want to see something crazy. So, in the interest of giving the fans what they want, I'm almost willing to do anything. But in the interest of my own personal safety, there's a lot of things I won't do just because of the risk involved. And even then, there are times where those risks are worth the reward and you end up going through with it. But you don't practice falling off a ladder. You don't practice getting hit with a chair. That's not a part of training. That just happens. That's why wrestling's real, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody walks up to me and says, hey, Prince is going to hit you with a chair tonight. How's that sound? Like, sounds like Prince needs to sit down in that chair. You too, who's telling me this, because that's bad.